Now, I remember when I was a student, if someone had come on Sunday morning and taken away my holiday, I would have been quite irritated. So right in the beginning, I want to apologize for taking away your Sunday. Do you need a translation or?
I don't think that
You don't need.
all of us will understand English.
So I apologize for taking away 1 or 2 hours on your Sunday. I'd like to welcome all of you here. I can see the future of this country. I can see many young women and young men, and I'm confident that you're going to do great things. I'm here to have a conversation with you. Conversation is about what you feel and also about what I feel. So I'm here to listen, probably a little more than to speak. I'm here to try and understand what you're going through, what your fears are, what your dreams are. I want to get a sense of that, and I want to tell you a little bit about what is going on in the country and the type of things that we should be thinking about. So we can go straight into the questions now. And yeah.
I request Professor Suparaj, Vallavar College, to ask a question on NEP. Professor, please stand up and mic will be given to you.
Hello. So dear Mr. Rahul, I am very happy to be here, and I am also thankful to you that you have come all the way from Delhi to listen to us. So this is a thing which is missing from most of our lawmakers. So you have come, that is the first, I thank you. And I thank the organizers also for having this opportunity. So I want to give some of the my views with regard to new education policy. You see, the introductory speak, they have mentioned about Kothari Commission and the recommendation of the Kothari Commission. So I think the Kothari Commission recommendation was the best thing that we have seen. Even today, it is the Bible for our teachers. So it speaks about the teachers. But the new education that has been brought out by this government, that too during the Corona period, without getting any feedback or the opinion from the teachers, it has been formulated. So it demolishes the construction that has been created or just constructed over the last 60 or 70 years. So that is the first thing. The second thing is, the teachers have not been consulted. The Kothari Commission they referred. It has consulted, it has committee members, has a Japanese expert, UNESCO expert, an expert from USSR, and teacher representatives. But this commission, they have not consulted. They have consulted only one organization, that is the organization, the ABVP, or the organization affiliated to the Sangh Parivar. All other people, we have sent so many mails. I am the teacher leader from IFACTO, All India Federation. That
Please be brief, little brief.
Okay. That has been missing. So this NEP is full of agenda for corporatization, commercialization, and the centralization of education, and also communalization. And number two is, it has so many contradictions. In one way it says it wants to increase the GER. On the other hand, it says smaller institution has to be closed. So over the years, the UGC and other organizations have expanded by forming or approving small institutions, so that in Tamil Nadu we have more than 48% of GER when compared to the national average of 25%.
Professor, thank you, Professor.
That can be possible only because of this.
Thank you, Professor.
So I want to see, you have to raise this issue, and as a lawmaker and also as a leader from the premier party, Congress party, to see that this has to be withdrawn or this has to be amended or not amended. It cannot be amended because lot of things are there which cannot be accepted by all. So a people's policy has to be framed.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you.
Would you like me to comment
That's
on what I think? So, I think the central point Professor made is that an education system is for our students, and an education system is run by our teachers. So if we're going to have any policy that is going to be made for our education system, it has to come from a conversation with students. It has to come from a conversation with professors. And unfortunately, this was not done. So if you don't do that, you will not get the right product. It is impossible for someone outside the education system to tell our teachers, our students, what is best for them. It cannot be done. So that's the first problem. The second problem is that they are centralizing too much power into the central government, into one institution. This is going to damage our education system. The positive side of it is that it is reasonably flexible on a number of counts. But it is a weapon to communalize. It is a weapon to push a particular ideology into the Indian system. And that is why I do not like it.
Thank you for a very sharp response. Next, I invite Professor Nagarajan on higher education and research. Please be brief, please. I request you to be brief. We like to listen to Mr. Rahul for his response. Please be brief. 1 minute, just a minute. Just present your question in 2 lines, please.
Hello. I wish to speak on the subject of how teachers' appointments are being made in Tamil Nadu. What is actually happening in the teachers' recruitment? Our policy advocates the higher education requires energized, engaged, and capable faculty. But there is a gulf between what they preach and what they practice. But in practice, the appointment of teachers and university teachers are being determined by money, not by the merit. Whatever may be the qualification, publication of papers, merit, one can get college teacher appointment only through open bidding.
Yeah.
The highest bidder will get the appointment. For the past few days, if you turn on the TV, you can hear the song, Vetti nadai podugirathu Tamilagame.
You have to translate that.
Tamilagam is on the way to success. Tamil Nadu is on the road to success.
It is on the road to success. What is
Professor-
actually happening is,
Professor, please be brief.
the higher education department is striding to scale new heights in corruption.
See, when they say Tamil Nadu is on the way to success, you have to ask one question. Who in Tamil Nadu is being successful? See, that's the thing they never say. They don't say, for example, that these 2 people or these 3 people are being successful. They assume that everybody is being successful, but it's not the case.
I want to add one more thing.
Thank you,
vacancies-
Professor. Thank you, Professor.
It is an important point I want
Please
to
be
mention.
brief.
Let's
Please.
listen.
Yeah.
The vacancies in some colleges, some good colleges, have not been filled up for the past 10 years. Even minorities take the route of court to appoint teachers in their colleges. In non-minority colleges, they cannot fill up the vacancies for the past 10 years because the management is not ready to give money to the government. I don't want to speak politics, but the truth is, politics decides everything. From professor post to petrol price.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Professor.
We need a political right to speak something.
Yeah.
Truth before the people. One more, hence I propose the recruitment of teachers for a law must be enacted, a body, at the state level for the recruitment of teachers for the university and college teachers, aided college teachers recruitment board or State University Teachers Recruitment Board or TRB Higher Education, exclusive for the teachers.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you,
It would be
Professor.
the way to circumvent the correction.
Thank you.
One more thing, 7.5 reservation for government school and students must be extended to arts and science, agriculture and animal husbandry. Single window system must be implemented for admissions. These are the points I want to mention. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Short response. Short response. You want to give a response? Short response?
No, I think he just put his points.
Dr. Manoharan.
Can we also ask the students to speak? Huh? Oh, there are no students here. Okay.
Dr. Manoharan. I hear you. Dr. Manoharan, yeah. Please be brief, please. Quickly, Mike. Please, Mike. Quickly. Manoharan sir, please, 1 minute. Just please cooperate because many want to ask.
Check. Rahul ji, very good morning. How to educate young minds to remove religion from the political discourse?
Excellent question, please. Thank you.
I don't think that you necessarily want to remove religion from the discourse. What you do want is all religions to be able to be part of the discourse. And you want a fair playing field.
Yes.
Right? I don't think if somebody has a religious idea, if somebody believes in a religious idea, I don't think you should say to him, listen, you cannot speak about that. As long as all ideas are competing properly, without hatred, without anger, I don't see a problem with a conversation taking place. Where I see a problem is where you tell somebody you cannot open your mouth because you're from a certain religion. Or you cannot express your idea because you're from a certain religion. That's where I see the problem. But a healthy democracy should be confident enough to speak about anything.
Yes.
It should not be that we don't have the courage to speak any truth. So that is my problem. My problem is that the government of India doesn't want to speak, allow people to speak. Let me give you an example. The government of India says that they represent Hinduism. A lot of the ideas that they espouse have nothing to do with Hinduism. Nowhere in Hinduism does it say insult people, kill people, beat people. There is nowhere in Hinduism where it is said that you have to do this. But they do it. So, if you want to have a discussion on the true principles of a religion, they are very simple. All of them say the same thing. Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, Sikhism, they say the same thing. Treat the other person with respect. Treat the other person with love. Treat the other person with affection. I have never seen a religion that says, hate the other person, kill the other person. So that is the basic structure. Look, at the end, Professor said the right thing. The whole game is to steal. That is the game that is being played. And the idea is, do whatever you have to do to take the money of the people of India. You look at the farm laws, essentially the idea is, take what belongs to the farmers, take what belongs to the laborers, take what belongs to the small business, give them to the biggest businesses in the country. So that is what the real issue is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You are standing on behalf of all of us.
Thank you, Dr.
All of
Manoharan.
us here, thank you very
Dr.
much.
Manoharan. Madam Kalpana, please, quickly, very short, please be brief. Madam Kalpana is there. Quickly.
Hello. What, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
உங்களை பத்தி சொல்லிடுமா உங்களை பத்தி
I am Kalpana, second grade teacher, Panchayat Union Primary School, Vadakku Cheliyanallur, Manur Union. Good morning to one and all present here. It's our great pleasure to interact with our great national leader. A warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you.
Today I would like to share my thoughts about free education for students belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribe categories, especially girl students. Our government, Tamil Nadu government had earlier issued a government order saying that students belonging to SC/ST group need not pay for their higher education. However, this GO is seldom followed in our educational institution. Why not this government implement this order? Most of our students are from poor families below poverty line and their parents are laborers. And in rural areas, many of the girl students are still not given proper education because of many reasons, financial problem, early marriages, etc., etc. They need your help and attention. The government would change their world. The government must ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for them. A little bit of support will bring a huge change in our society. This is my humble opinion.
Thank you. Thank
What's
you.
your opinion about this, sir?
My opinion is, first of all, why the government is not doing it, you'll have to ask them. Because I can't answer that question.
We more expect from you, sir.
Yeah.
We hope you will change everything.
No, but I would like to say a couple of things about women. There is no society in the world that can be successful without respecting and empowering its own women. Do you agree with that?
Yes,
That
I agree.
women have to be given correct respect in the society for a society to be successful. And I think there is a lot that we have to do in India to give our women the space that they deserve and the space that they require to grow. I believe that education should be universal. I do not believe that education should be only for financially strong people. So I believe the more scholarships we give to poorer people, the more exposure we give to poorer people, the better it is. And I'm confident that when we come to power after the election in the Secular Alliance, we are going to push the scholarships, we are going to push access of education to women and to poorer people.
Thank you, sir.
And I stand for that wholeheartedly. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul Ji. This was the vision of Rahul Gandhi, when Rajiv Gandhi, when he was there in 1986. Okay, now I invite Dr. Indra Mary Elilchelvi. Dr. Indra Mary Elilchelvi, please. Please be brief, ma'am, please.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
And greetings from St. Ignatius College of Education. We are from a college of education. And here in our college, it was a non-profit institution run by the ICM congregation. Sisters are serving the marginalized people and the first generation learners. But here, after 85, 86, posts are not sanctioned for teaching faculty. So that even after repeatedly applying for sanctioning of more posts, there is no response. And also, the vacancies created due to retirement were filled up, and we are not sanctioned with the salary. So that for staff approval and everything, the entire financial burden is now on the shoulders of a non-profit institution. Yeah. So the sisters and that is the management has to bear all these burdens. The government is not at all taking any responsibility for that. If at all we give reminders and requisitions again and again, we have to rush to Chennai, because for colleges of education, the university is in Chennai. And now, soon after, everything will come under the Ministry of Education. That will be in Delhi. And you know the difficulty of traveling from Delhi to Tirunelveli. For our common people, it is not at all possible to rush to Chennai or the Delhi to get our grievances redressed.
Yeah, thank you.
So that even after getting court order, it is not at all respected by the government. So to meet the needs of the local community, it will be better if education is listed under the state list subject. Mm-hmm. And in 1976 itself, it was transferred to the concurrent list. So that will it be possible to take it back here? Because every change in education system is being forced in nowadays. We are not even given a breathing gap.
Yeah.
So
Thank
that
you,
to be...
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Even in America, a capitalist country, education is in the state list. We want that education to be brought back to the state list. Thank you,
Will
ma'am.
it be revoked?
Well, I don't know. We'll look into it. But I think, you see, if you are trying to make education an ideological weapon, like the RSS and the BJP is doing, then you will behave completely differently. If you are trying to make education a weapon of empowerment, then you will behave differently. We believe that education is a weapon of empowerment for our people. And I think the idea of centralizing everything, whether in the state or in Delhi, is a bad idea. And however we do it, I think decentralization of education and making education accessible to all corners of our country is something important and fundamental. Yeah?
So as a last ray
Thank
of
you,
hope,
thank
we
you.
are here, sir.
Dr. Abdul Masjid, yes. Yeah. Please, mic to you.
We are speaking to everybody here, but nobody there.
Sir, Rahulji, I am very happy to interact with you. My question is, what is your vision for education? That is, I mean the Congress Party's vision. What is your vision?
Yeah.
Thank you, Masjid.
So I think, as I said earlier, decentralization. India is a union of states. Each state has a slightly different vision on how it wants to educate its youngsters. And India needs to be flexible for that. Modern technology needs to be incorporated into the education system, but it is my belief that the teacher has to be a central pillar of the education. I do not believe that you can simply give a child a computer without a teacher and expect him to learn. I don't believe it. And I will tell you why. Because there are three components to education. The first component is information. Information you can get from the computer. Information you can get from Google. The second component is knowledge. Knowledge requires a teacher. Knowledge requires the teacher to give you a broader understanding of the world. And the final goal of education is wisdom. And wisdom cannot be given to a human being by a computer. It can only be given to a human being by another human being. So I believe that the goal of education is not just collecting of information. It is taking that information and distilling it into knowledge and then into wisdom. I feel that our students have to be global students, but also local students. So they must not be carried away by purely global ideas, and they must not be attached only to local ideas. So the student needs to be able to go from local to global and back. So there is a requirement for us to be open to the rest of the world. There is a requirement of openness, but there is also a requirement for us never to forget where we come from, who we are, what our history is, what our tradition is. So it is a balance. It is a balance between technology and the teacher. It is a balance between outside India and inside India. It is a balance between India and Tamil Nadu. So I don't believe in forcing anybody, any idea down someone's throat. I believe that youngsters and teachers are wise, and they should be allowed to give free ideas to the children they teach. And I think that you have a central role in building the nation. I am not happy with, for example, the amount of money our teachers are paid for the hard work they do. I think they're paid too little in this country. I'm not happy that our teachers are not given. I hear every day, I ask somebody, what do you want to become? He says, I want to be an engineer or I want to be a doctor. He should also say, I want to be a teacher. It should be a profession that gives you remuneration, it should be a profession that people admire, want to be part of. So that would be broadly our vision for education.
Thank you, sir. My personal request, my grandson want to take
Come,
his
come.
with
I'll take him for a walk. What is your name?
Chalo. Name, sir. Abdullah, sir. Abdullah.
Thank you.
Abdullah, thank you.
Come.
Mr. Rahul, we want to thank you because teachers are central to education. Great. We are the professors, teachers. Hats off to Mr. Rahul. We are the center of education. Great. Thank you. Next question is
There are two centers, the teacher and the student. And the communication between the teacher and the student and the rest of society is what we call education.
Dr. Shibana, St. Mary's College. Dr. Shibana, please brief. She's there. She's there. Please come. Yeah.
Hello, Rahul ji. Good morning to you. Hello. I am a surveyed sister, Rahul ji. I am so thankful for giving me this opportunity to interact with you. We appreciate your hard work and committed service rendering for the downtrodden people, especially your leadership quality is an inspiration for us.
Sister, please be brief.
My question is based on Indian education system. Many foreign countries make education very interesting by implementing knowledge practically. What are the changes need to be brought in our Indian education system? Can you give your suggestion?
I think, first of all, freedom to the teacher. Freedom to the teacher to be flexible. Freedom to the teacher to express what they want to teach. Flexibility. I think in each one of you, there is creativity. All teachers, all good teachers are creative people. But I think you do not have the flexibility to utilize that creativity. So I think the first thing is to allow some freedom to our teachers. Second thing is allow some freedom to the student. If the student is asking a question, make him feel comfortable. Whenever I meet students, I say to them, there is nothing known as a stupid question. All questions are good because they further knowledge. So giving the student also that confidence that he can ask a question, that he or she does not have to conform to some idea, that they can challenge ideas. So I think that would go a long way. Also, the government itself has to be confident enough to allow different ideas to propagate. A government that is trying to crush ideas, that is frightening people, that is locking up people, that will never create a creative country. So that would be my answer.
Thank you.
For the policy, Sesuraja, quickly your question.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So, you're a teacher.
Yeah.
You are looking to be creative in your classroom.
Yeah.
Can you tell me one creative thing that you would like to do, but are not allowed to do or would not be able to do?
I will make the students to learn by themselves. So making them to get their own knowledge, self-knowledge, and ask them to discuss among the students what they have. So what their own originality, so own skill, with their skill, so let them speak in the class. Afterwards, I will start my class.
Exactly. So that type of flexibility needs to be given.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will give the freedom for them.
Thank you. For policy. Mike, please. Mike. Quickly. Father, please be brief, Father. Quickly, Father. Quickly.
Thank you, Rahul ji, for interacting with us.
Yeah.
You are proposing a lot of ideas. Very good. We appreciate that. You also mentioned a few minutes ago that when your government or when your coalition government comes in, you can implement all this. But is it an utopian idea? Because at the moment we find the present government is mulish obstinacy in everything. They are taking away everything. Tomorrow if the whole poor people die, they don't care. So do you think it is possible to convert this government and implement the good ideas you are proposing? What message are you giving to us educators?
If I didn't think that, I wouldn't come here and speak to you. The fact that I'm sitting here and I'm coming and speaking to you means that it can be done. And the second signal that I'm giving is that not only can it be done, but it can be done by you and us together. So I am trying to put across to you that you are powerful in this equation, that you are valuable in this equation. Now, of course, we have to dream big. Dreams have to be big, right? Maybe everything in that dream will not be a reality, but 60, 70%, 80% will be a reality. So I think it is our duty to think big. And yes, we are fighting a formidable enemy. We are fighting an enemy that is dominating the money in this country. We are fighting an enemy that is crushing its opponents. But we have done this before. And we have defeated a much bigger enemy than this new enemy that has come. If you recall, 70 years ago, this country was ruled by the British. Much more powerful than Narendra Modi will ever be. Right? Who is Narendra Modi in comparison to the British Empire? Nobody. And the people of this country sent the British Empire back. Same way, we will send Narendra Modi back to Nagpur. And by the way, I want to make one more point. We will do it without any hatred, without any anger, without any violence. They can do whatever violence they want on us. They can abuse us, they can kick us, they can spit on our face. It does not matter. We will not abuse them, we will not kick them, we will not spit back. Thank you.
Thank you for the great hope that we are getting from Mr. Rahul. Kalpana ma'am, quickly, Kalpana ma'am. Abhiya Chalaya, Dr. Abhiya Chalaya, yeah, please.
Very nice to see you, sir, here. I'm Dr. Abhiya from St. John's College, Palankotai.
I thought you were going to say you're in the movies.
Oh, thank you, sir, for the compliment. Anyhow, this compliment is apt for you, sir. I'm here to ask a small opinion about the financial autonomy that is prevailing in this new education policy. What is the opinion of Congress about the financial autonomy that is given to higher education institutions? Because 52 universities have been given already and 8 autonomous colleges have been given financial autonomy. And government is telling that they will pay 70% of money for the staffs and the 30% should be raised by the institutions. If that condition is continuing, then all higher education institutions will become a commercial institution and they will load the pay to the students and students will be paying a lot. This will lead the students of a high homes that can earn a lot. Parents who have earn a lot can make their children to go and study the higher education institutions, and the menial society may not have the chance to get the education. What is the view of this for the Congress government?
I personally do not believe that education is a financial commodity. I just do not believe it. I do not believe that you should be able to buy an education. I believe that education should be available to everybody, rich, poor, man, woman, and it is the duty of a nation to give education and healthcare to its people. What is happening today is everything in this country is being seen as a financial commodity. Agriculture is being seen as a financial commodity. Education is being seen as a financial commodity. Healthcare is being seen as a financial commodity. Basically, if you have money, you can get anything you want. If you don't have money, you can get nothing. This is where India is heading. And I am fundamentally against this. There is a role, there is a place for business, absolutely. But business cannot dominate education. Business cannot dominate healthcare, because then poor people will not have access to it. So I'm in agreement with your...
Thank you,
sense.
Mr. Thank you. Education has to be completely free. It's a fundamental right. That's a great...
Well, no, I wouldn't say it has to be completely free. Yes, if private players want to participate in education and they want to charge people for an education, they are welcome to do it. But there should be a large part of the education system that should be free, that should be easily accessible, and should be high quality. Remember one thing, which nobody says. The IIT is not a private institution. The best institution in the country is a government institution. No institution is able to match the higher education IIT gives you, and it's a government institution. So, access is the key. If certain businesses want to have their institutions which charge a lot of money, that's fine, let them do that. But make sure that the government is doing its job and giving quality education to our poor people and to everybody who wants it for free.
Thank you for the great response. Professors, teachers, we don't have time. Actually, we're exceeding the time allotted to us. Last question by Professor Roy, St. Xaviers College. Professor Roy, St. Xaviers College. Yeah. Please raise. Yeah. Please raise it.
So very good morning. I am Dr. Aloysius from St.
Please
Xaviers
be
College.
brief, please.
And today, centralization and corporatization have become catchy words of 21st century. While centralization and corporatization have become a significant, not only in Indian scenario, but also global scenario. But the problem is, we cannot be able to maintain excellence, access, and equity. This has to be maintained. Now my question is, what's your view on achieving both excellence and access in this context of centralization and corporatization? Thank you.
In my view, what was the first two words you used? Access and?
Access and excellence.
In my view, access and excellence at scale are impossible to achieve with centralization and corporatization. It is not possible. You might be able to have an institution that is a very good institution, maybe in New Delhi, if you are running a centralized system. But it will be a tiny institution. If you want excellence across the country, you want access across the country, the government has to play a role. Large amount of money, public money has to go into it, and we have to pay our teachers, we have to support our institutions financially. The budget for education has to rise significantly. We are more than happy, the government of India is more than happy to give 1,50,000 crores to 5 or 7 business people during Corona. 1,50,000 crores to 5 or 6 people. Why are they not ready to put that money into the education system for our poor people?
Thank you.
Okay. You can ask last question. So yeah, we can do that. How do we do that?
See, many of you won't have selfie with Mr. Rahul.
So, but
I don't know
how
how to control that.
So you have a camera? So you do it like this, and we have a selfie here, and then we go forward.
Check. Dear Rahulji from back.
Yeah.
I came for volunteering this program, but I not need. But I not need to miss this opportunity to register my.
One second.
Dr. Janik
See,
Rino, Professor.
1 second. Yeah. You see what happened to your mic just now? You know what happened to your mic? This happens to my mic in Parliament every day.
Oh.
I open my mouth and the mic is off. So I understand exactly how you feel.
One last chance for
last
one.
question.
Yeah. I need to, as an assistant professor in the mechanical department, I am working. I need to register the problem, issues, and pain of the professor community. There are 56,000 institutions are there as per All India Survey of Higher Education. So if we consider 100 faculty per institution, there are 56 lakh professors alone all over India. On accounting the teachers of elementary school and higher secondary school, there are 1.5% of the total population are educators. These 1.5% of educators are influencing the 100% younger generation of India
Please be brief,
to
sir, please.
educate, enlighten, and to empower. But we do have problem that the basic two problem is, before quoting the problem, I need to say that only 10% of the educational institutions are central and state aided. So 90% of the institutions are private. Both the faculties are suffering from down payment and underpayment and delayed payment.
Sir, please brief, sir.
Faculty is also witnessing that the delay for 2 months, 3 months also in salary delay. That is a major problem. And on Corona pandemic time, there was a heavy salary cutoff for the faculties. And still I know there are some institutions not paying now the faculty, and the faculty are doing their service continuously. And the last one thing is, the younger generation afraid of choosing the profession as
Sir,
faculty.
please be brief. Please, sir. Thank
Because
you.
they are afraid of choosing this profession could not able to secure their life. We could able to just see that from the rate of higher
Thank you, sir.
education,
Sir, thank you.
not
Please,
taking the benchmark of the previous year, but taking the benchmark of that +2 passing out students and higher education registering students. That is the thing. And I need to give 2 suggestions to make a major reform, that we need to have a centralized committee to monitor that the salary has to flow not directly from the management to the faculty. It has to flow from the management and to government and to the faculty, so which will be ensure the staff students ratio, cadre ratio.
I have to interrupt you because I'm getting very late now. So please quickly conclude.
Yeah. So
Thank you, doctor.
the next suggestion is that the biometric system should be adopted in every institution, and there should be a monitoring committee.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
May I request for the rector to take Rahulji to the stage?
Yeah,
word.
I just finished. Okay, you want me to do something?
To the stage. All of us will be given memento. When you leave the place, there will be memento for all of us. Please take your mementos when you go. It will be given at the gates. Please be seated. Please be seated. This is a parting message from Mr. Rahul.
Thank you very much for coming here this morning. I understand that Sunday is normally your off day, so thank you for giving me 2 or 3 hours of your valuable time on your off day. It's an honor and a pleasure for me to come and talk to you. You are, as I said, one of the central pillars of our education system, and we need to empower you, strengthen you, and make you comfortable so that you can impart knowledge and wisdom to our students. You're doing a tremendous job for this country. Every single day, when you come into your classroom, you must remember that you are helping strengthen this country. So I would like to thank you very much and give you all my best wishes. Namaskar, Jai Hind.
As we are leaving, I would like to just present my latest book on national education policy, environmental impact assessment, and agriculture acts. What they say and what is our view from the people's perspective. I may request Rahul Ji to take all these arguments in the parliament. Our voices should be raised in the parliament for the welfare of the poor. That is what it is. So I have the pleasure of presenting you this copy. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you. I invite Lissy ma'am to propose a word of thanks.